Hello guys. So can see we have a new guest here. So Pura, so fun. Hello, welcome you to our live stream today, and also welcome Dina and Priya. And hello everyone, I'm Cheryl. It's very happy to host the crypto market insight session with you guys. And today we will be sharing the opinions on the market trends about our guest. And so, as the host of today's discussion, I will be leading us through a thought-provoking conversation. And also, whether you are an experienced crypto user or just getting started, we encourage you just sit back and listen our audience's sharing and join us. And also, we really welcome you to ask some questions. Just be free to leave your opinions or questions about markets, coins, etc. in the comment. And if we have time, our guests will definitely pick up some to answer. So let's go on. We prepared a lot of questions as well about this week's market performance trends and also hotspots. Yeah, so let's go on. Welcome. And I think before our guest share, Pure So Fun, would you like to introduce yourself briefly? Hi, Pearl. Can you hear me? Dylan, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, cool. So let's just start. So
Yeah, I can
Dina
start
will
it.
be the first one to
Yeah,
share. Okay,
awesome.
cool.
Yeah,
Thank you.
let's do it.
Thank you.
All right, what's happening, guys? Let's start. I'm going to start with Ethereum, and then I've got quite a lot of coins that I'm looking at this week. And yeah, I know this week's been really, really choppy, and I think it's mainly due to the fact that that one massive whale was actually trying to long Bitcoin on Hyperliquid, and a lot of people were trying to liquidate him. So the whole week's been super choppy. So it's been super hard to trade. But anyway, I want to speak about Ethereum first because we are getting a bit of a move here. And basically, if we look at ETH on the lower time frames here, we are currently just ranging, right? So literally just going sideways. Prices currently in between 2,588 and then 2,649. So every time we tap these levels, we kind of just just going sideways, right? We did have this fake out, which was on Wednesday. That was yesterday. And then we came back into the range, and you can see ever since then, we've kind of just been ranging, right? So what I want to see for Ethereum is we either break above, this level over here. Right? There's only two scenarios here, right? We either get above here and then we look for those continuation longs towards like these highs over here at around about 2,788, or price gets rejected from this level, we come down, we break below this level, and then we look for shorts back down to this level. Okay, so right now, like for Ethereum, if you look in the lower time frames, it's just going sideways, so just consolidating sideways. So honestly, we need to just wait for price to either break above this level or below that level. So for Ethereum right now, I'm currently just waiting for that. It does look good if you look at the daily time frame. So if we look at the higher time frame, if you look at ETH, you can see we are forming quite a nice little breakout pattern over here. So this is a bullish pattern on the daily time frame. So basically, what you want to see is you want to see Ethereum actually start breaking above this level. Essentially, once this happens, ETH could pump super hard here. So Ethereum is definitely on my radar. We get a breakout of this level. We wait for the daily candle to close above this 2,700. And then ETH looks like it's ready to tap like these levels to the upside, right? So honestly, if we break this level, the next key resistance for ETH is here, right? 3,437. That is the next level. So Ethereum's looking super bullish compared to like other tokens, and what needs to happen? We need ETH to start pumping, and then the altcoins will start running, right? So ETH needs to break out over here in order for the altcoins to start moving, all right? So if ETH does pump, then you'll notice that like Uniswap, for instance, is like part of the ETH ecosystem. This will start to move as well. So just watch for that. Watch for Ethereum ecosystem plays, because if ETH does break out of this level here, we can get quite a nice movement, right? But that's only if we bullish, right? So if price doesn't break above here and we just get rejected, then this could be the scenario that could happen, right? So just wait for the candle to close tomorrow, right? We still have 10, 11 more hours until this daily candle closes, and then should be good. All right. Sorry, that was a bit long on Ethereum. let's talk about Bitcoin quickly, because I still want to go over like a couple more altcoins. So I'll try to be quick here. So let's chat about Bitcoin here look at that 4-hour candle. That's this candle right now. Bitcoin's getting a nice movement to the upside here, guys. So but if you look at Bitcoin like right now, it doesn't look that inviting, right? So what I want to see is Bitcoin start getting it back above this level here, and I'll show you. We'll draw it nicely right over here, right? So I want to see Bitcoin. You can see every time we tap into the zone, we do get rejected. So what I want to see is for Bitcoin, I want to see price start, getting above here, start closing above here, and then finding this level as support. And then what we do, we just consolidate over here, and then we look for a potential long on the breakout of like this trend line, right? So that's kind of what I'll be waiting for Bitcoin. That's only if we do breakout, of course. But yeah, like I said, this week's just, you can see, this whole week, Bitcoin's only been trading between 106,000 and 104,000, and that's pretty much I'm pretty sure that guy that was longing on Hyperliquid, his liquidation price was 104,700 yesterday, and he got liquidated. And then he actually, I think he opened like another long or something, and his liquidation price is 104,000. So there's been a lot of manipulation this week in the market, so just be careful. But yeah, this is something I would wait for Bitcoin. We have to get above that level. But yeah, overall, it's still below resistance. So don't take any. I wouldn't take any longs for Bitcoin right now when we are running into this level. Yeah, and then I'll go over one more altcoin because I did take longer than I should have. Sorry. Let's chat about. Should we do Dogecoin? Let's do Dogecoin. What's happening with Dogecoin? Let's see. Right. So if we look at Dogecoin, you can see right now for Doge, we've actually retraced super hard from this pump, right? So you can see Dogecoin from this level, it pumps around about 50%, and it's pretty much retraced that whole move, right? If we have a look over here, it's retraced almost 78% from the high. So from this level over here. So, for now, what I look for along for Dogecoin, not right now. I want to see, Dogecoin start creating some type of bullish move above like these previous highs over here, right? So I'd want to see something like this, and we start creating like lower time frame, like a lower time frame move like this, where price is kind of just moving in an uptrend, right? I want to see something like this before I look for a long for Dogecoin. But yeah, just be wary. There is potential for a bounce from here, but that daily candle close from yesterday, you can see this bearish close over here was not great, because it did close below this wick over here. So there is a possibility that this candle can still flip, bearish, right? So yeah, because you can see we have been getting rejected from this level as well. So just be careful. Like I said, we need to start to see like a bit of structure on the lower time frames to look for those longs. But yeah, that's pretty much what I have. Like I said, my main thing is to focus on Ethereum right now, guys. Because if Ethereum does break out over here, you're looking at quite a big move to, you're looking at like a 30% move, and that could easily happen, right? And if that happens, the altcoins are going to run super hard as well. So that is my take on the market today. One more thing before I leave, before I get off here, because essentially I want to quickly look at total 3. Okay, so guys, total 3. This chart shows us the market cap of every, including Bitcoin and Ethereum. So you can see altcoins compared to Ethereum and Bitcoin are quite weak, right? Which is interesting because we all know that we need Ethereum first before the altcoins run. So, like I said, we need to wait for Ethereum to run before we get like a potential breakout of the altcoins, something like this, right? So what I'll wait for is I'll wait for like Total 3 to do something like this, and then we get a breakout, and then we look for those longs, right? So yeah, like I said, wait for Ethereum to run, and then the altcoins will come shortly after.
Thank you very much. Thanks, Dylan, sharing to us. And I want to ask one more coin. So what do you think about Pepe?
Sorry, yeah, let me share my screen again quickly. We'll actually do an analysis quickly on Pepe. Because I was looking at Pepe, I think 2 days ago. So let's have a look.
Yeah.
Let's have a look here. Yeah, so I'm actually, if you can see over here, this is what I'm looking at for Pepe. I'm actually looking at a potential long for Pepe, because you can see right now Pepe is looking bullish, right? If we look at the market structure, what was happening is price was in this downtrend, right? And then what actually started happening, we started creating higher lows over here and higher highs right over here, right? So what happened now is we broke through this massive resistance over here, and now we are starting to form support over here. Okay, so what I'd wait for is essentially I would want to see Pepe potentially come a little bit deeper, like retrace a little bit deeper into this level, and then we look for the longs a little bit later on. But I think right now for Pepe looking really, really strong compared to most tokens. So I would be looking at potential like building a spot position within like this current area over here, because we all know that Pepe can move super hard as well. I mean, even from here back up to like these highs is like 100%. So this could be a good play, but I would wait for Pepe to come down a little bit more, because if we look at the lower time frames here, you can see, yeah, we would have to start breaking this high over here, right? So what I would want to see is like I want to see Pepe get above here, and then I would start to look for like a long position for Pepe. But until then, we can definitely still come down because we did lose this lower time frame trend line over here, right? So there is a potential that this can still come down. But like I said, I don't think like anything like below this red box, I don't think it will go that far. So yeah, I would look to accumulate Pepe like within like these types of areas over here. But if you're looking for a long position, like for leverage, then what I'd wait for is something like this, right? Where you wait for price to break this previous high, and then you wait for a retrace, and then we look for the longs back up to these highs. So yeah, right now not really ready. But yeah.
Yeah, thank you very much, Dylan. And very seldom to hear you think Ethereum will long Ethereum and also the altcoins. So I think that's a really good news. Very happy to hear that.
Yeah, like looking at Ethereum, it does look super good, and we just need to break 2,700 for ETH, and then once we break that, then we should be fine.
Okay, cool. Thank you very much. And next, Boris, would you like to share something hotspots about this week? Boris, can you hear me? Hello, Boris. Okay. So Priya, can you hear me?
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah. So would you like to share next one?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Hey all. So today market. So currently, even we can forget about.
Dylan, can you hear Priya?
Am I audible now?
Kind of.
Okay.
Am I audible now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, yeah.
Keep going.
Yes. So for the BTC currently the recovery is happening and it's a buying pressure is happening, and the BTC whatever right now happening is not at all matters for us, because Ethereum movement is very important for the upcoming all season, and that is what we all waited for. And this moment, what's happening currently with the market? So it's all because of the recent more institutional buying that we have noticed many things about in the previous streams as well. So the market is currently facing a consolidation. Mix as well. But because of the institutional buying was happening towards Ethereum, and most like we are waiting for the more institutional buying this time, and market is expected to react positive and breakthrough. So when it's a Ethereum will break through the recent high, and of course all season is get to ready, and apart from this some more coins is also keep on started recovering in this time stage. I have noticed many coins which is recovering in this time period, and of course we are noticing a Pepe all the time. And apart from the Pepe, we have a few more coins in our list always. But apart from that, in the all season may give a pump for anything that we are gonna wait for. But the bull run after 9th of June itself, we can notice a bigger changes to happen in a market, and that's my opinion about the market condition.
Okay, thank you, Priya. Thank you for the sharing to us today. And Boris, I can see you open your mic already. Would you like to share?
Yeah, sorry, I was having some issues with my laptop earlier.
Okay.
Yeah, I actually wanted to share. Yeah, I actually wanted to share Ethereum, like similar to Dylan, except I wanted to go over it on a weekly time frame. So, yeah, what I posted earlier this week in our groups was like a long swing trade on Ethereum based on the weekly time frame. And this was based on a pretty simple technical setup. So whenever like Ethereum goes above the 21 EMA on the weekly time frame, that usually initiates a very large move. So this first happened in like 2017. So like 5 years ago, no, 6 years ago. Yeah, and like when Ethereum crossed the 21, this moving average on the weekly time frame, it produced over a 3,000% move from low to high. And then when actually it happened again later in 2017, because it did cross below this moving average briefly, and then it went above, and then it created another move. But anyway, I mapped out all the previous instances in which Ethereum had this kind of signal, and this all produced like massive moves. So later in 2019, this happened again, and it produced a 94% move. And then in early 2020, this produced a 65% move. And then later in 2020, like in the fall, this produced a 1,500% move, and this actually made Ethereum go all the way up to the all-time high of like 5,000. And then this happened again in 2021. So basically, whenever Ethereum crosses above this yellow line, which is the 21 exponential moving average, this usually produces a pretty like massive move, like on the long term, like on a weekly scale. So it's like a position you would hold for like many weeks or many months. And basically, I mapped out all the instances in which this happened. So this happened again in January of 2023, and this produced a 55% move. And then again later in 2023, 130% move in Ethereum. And then this happened again like late last year. It's only caused a 33% move, but it's still pretty good. And then right now we're actually getting this signal once again, which is why I wanted to point this out. So Ethereum did close above the 21 weekly exponential moving average. And right now it's still like pretty close to this EMA, and also it's also close to the 200 weekly simple moving average, which are like two big like moving averages, which I pay attention to. So for me, it's like a big signal that we could, I'm not calling for this to go all the way back to the highs, but if it does, we could see a move of like over 50% if this signal does produce a move all the way back to the highs. So I do think it's like a good idea to have your money parked in Ethereum versus Bitcoin, because if we look at, for Ethereum to go back to all-time highs, that's going to be a 60% move, while for Bitcoin, we are off the highs, but it's not like, let me pull up my Bitcoin chart here. Yes, for Bitcoin to go back to all-time highs, it's like from here to 112,000. It's about a 6% move. So this makes more sense that Ethereum will have more, I guess, like more room to the upside at this point. So I think it does, I know I've been kind of bearish on Ethereum for quite a while, but I think with this, especially with this recent reversal in the Ethereum Bitcoin ratio, that Ethereum's going to have more follow through, and we are kind of like coiling up for a move. This is on the daily chart of Ethereum versus Bitcoin, and we are kind of like starting to coil up and starting to ride this EMA on the daily time frame. And I think the most likely move is going to be to the upside. So I am waiting for this to occur. And yeah, I'm like very bullish on Ethereum, just as much as Dylan is. I think everyone is watching Ethereum right now, and I think that's why also we've had kind of a drop in the alts, because I think people are moving their allocation from altcoins into Ethereum, because I really think it will have a big move. So that's really what I'm focused on. I'm not really focused on anything else, just Ethereum for this week.
Thank you very much, Boris. And also want to ask what do you think about the altcoins?
I think if Ethereum breaks out, like more profits will rotate into Ethereum. But until that happens, I think the alts look kind of weak. So I'm basically like long on Ethereum, but I'm mostly short the alts. That's like my current positioning.
Okay, got it. Thank you very much. And we have one last guest to share. Pearl Sofan, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. And before you share to us, you can introduce yourself briefly to us.
Okay, so my name is Pearl Sofan, and this is my first time actually on this live stream. I'm from Nigeria. Can you hear me, please?
Yeah. Hi. Really welcome you to here.
So,
Just keep going, you're sharing.
yeah, thank you. So that's basically the introduction. Okay, so I'm going to be moving on to some market insight right now. Currently, okay, so yes, so I'm going to be looking on Bitcoin currently. That's the current crypto that I'm trading for this week, Bitcoin and the link USDT. Okay, so explaining more on the Bitcoin, I'm very sure that a lot of people will be wondering why Bitcoin just increased suddenly in the market. So I think it's because BlackRock they purchased $600 million in Bitcoin, which boosted its holdings to 569,000 BTC value. So that's the reason Bitcoin just surged higher in the past few weeks. Okay, so explaining the market, you can see the chart is a support level. Okay, so the reason it went high is because based on the prices from here, support level, it increased high. And then this is like a balance, this is like a resistance and the level. So the reason it's going high is because Hi, can you hear me now? Sorry.
Yeah, I can hear it now. Are you finished, bro?
No. I'm so sorry. I'm still
You can keep going, Pearl.
okay.
Pearl,
Sorry, I have a bit of network issue. Can you hear me now?
yeah.
Yes. Okay, so we have a bit of support level here and resistance level, and this in the middle is resistance and support. So if the price keeps going high, making a new all-time high, or if the price keeps going high, so it will be I'll be able to decide if to make an entry or take another position. But currently, Bitcoin is still fluctuating, so this is really not the right time to either buy or sell. So I have to like wait for a new confirmation that the price is going to, hit the all-time high. So I'm predicting that the coin might get all the way to $115,000. That's just my prediction for Bitcoin in the coming week. Might also surpass that. So let's quickly take a look into the Link coin. I recently made a trade on the Link coin, so let's just quickly take a look at it. Okay, so that's the Link USDT. Just hold on. Okay. All right, guys. So I made an entry on Link at 13.68, which is the futures. I'm not sure if I can share my personal details on here, but then I made an entry point on Link about an hour ago for 13.68, and currently, the market has been doing well. I think the market is bullish currently. So I'll be waiting for it, and my take profit is $15. So it's expected to move all the way there. It's expected to move there. So that's basically the coins that I've been, watching this few weeks: the Bitcoin, Link, and Ethereum. Please, can you hear me?
Yeah, can hear you.
Yeah. So yeah. So that's basically what I have on Market Insight this week.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you, Pearl, for the first sharing to us. Very valuable. And we can see Joseph it come as well. So hi, Joseph. Would you like to share something to us?
All right. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Hi, Joseph. I can see you open your mic, but it seems like I can't hear you now.
Oh my God. Can you hear me now?
Dylan, can you hear Joseph? Or only me cannot hear it?
Yeah, I can hear
Oh,
Joseph.
it's all right. I thought
Okay,
my network.
cool.
Yeah. So thank you so much. Yeah, I really appreciate that, Dylan. So real quick, I'll just share my screen and just give my sense on the analysis for the week. I don't know if you can see my screen right away. Dylan, can you see my screen right?
Yeah, it's going to show now. Here we go. Yeah, there we go. You can see it.
Is there? So basically, like I said, the last
No, I
Literally broke out.
can't hear.
Can you still hear me?
Yeah, it keeps on going out. Like it goes in and then goes out. But
Oh,
it's working now, I think. So just
all right,
carry on.
all right.
Yeah.
So sorry about that. I think the network is fluctuating, but it's all good. Yeah. So I was saying that as of last week, I said that if market break below this resistance level, we are going to look for short opportunity. So what just happened is that we had the resistance level tested. Okay. Now, if you can see, the market was in a channel, but at this point, it actually retested this place. So on the weekly time frame, you will see it's actually a full retest that happened. Okay, it's a full retest candle. All right, on a weekly, you can see here, it's actually a retest candle that happened here on the weekly time frame. That's with this. Okay, now this actually tally alongside with let me take this out. Okay, let me zoom out with my previous analysis regarding the flag that was formed. All right, if you guys could still remember, I talked about this flag and I said that BTC was probably going to do probably the length of the flag, and that was what we measured here. So the market has actually given us this target to this point. So I'm expecting it to continue to the upside. But on the main, for should I say for intraday trader thereabouts, yesterday we took a shot in my community. We were able to catch some short opportunities. So, but right now, as you can see, the retest has not just tapped into the resistance level, but it has given us the tree formation, right? At this level, we have this, okay? So here is the breakout retest here, giving us the first leg, giving us the second leg, and here is the third leg, okay? So for me personally, I usually take the premium opportunity to take entry. So I actually got in. Yeah, Dylan, can you still hear me? Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you now. But now it's working. Yeah.
Oh, sorry about that. Sorry, I got a trip on my network. So, like I said, we got in early this morning in my community. We got into this buy at the sniper entry. That's buying at a discount level. All right, more like a premium level. I need to say. All right, so we are in here. So I'm expecting Bitcoin to probably swing to this high right here. All right, swing to probably take this high, which will be a major retest for the channel. All right, so I'm expecting Bitcoin to swing to this high, which will be a major retest for this channel that was actually created. That was riding for a couple of months now. I think yeah, about 2 months plus. Yeah, right. So that's that. And for Ethereum actually did something regarding almost what we said the last time. Okay, similar setup. We had this structure trended for a long time. It broke at some point. We are at this range. I said Ethereum is going to spike up from this range. Okay, so we spiked up to this level. So right now it's actually at a consolidating level. So if you go on the 2 hours here, for long-term trader, this buy still continue, but for short-term traders, all right, because it's actually at the consolidating point. I've been looking for just medium short opportunity thereabout. So I would say you should pay close attention to key levels, all right? Key levels like here, all right? Market came to this level and it broke this high right here. You can see that market broke this high right here. So I actually expected that the market will definitely crash from this level, and which was what's play out throughout yesterday. Okay, it play out and it's ranging still on 2 hours level. But meanwhile, at this point, I would want to see probably for Ethereum, yeah, I want market to a little bit drop and take this there's a 1 hour support. Okay, all right, let me place this here. All right, so we have this support on the 1 hour. All right, so I would want market to probably clear this support. Okay, then I will look for good entry. I will want market to clear this support, then I'll seek for good entry for a very good buy. All right, so that's that regarding that. For altcoins, I've been trading few. Okay, let me just put in few. I've been trading few, and we got into sell 2 days back. All right, we got into sell 2 days back, and just a second, guys. The network is kind of slow today. So we got into sell 2 days back. Okay, Phil, this is it. All right. I don't know if you guys can still remember this. Let me go on a daily time frame. Yeah, I told us a couple of times ago that after the spike into this zone, what we should be looking out for was the sell. All right. Now, there was a spike to this zone, and from here we've taken about 2 sells already. We got a sell from 3.25 to thereabout down to this side, and we took the second sell right here. All right. As of yesterday, we got this rejection candle that was not filled. All right. Now we got this rejection candle here. That's this like a pin bar right here that was not filled. All right. So I expect market to probably on a lower time frame. Let me give us 2 hours. All right. On a 2 hour time frame, market had to fill that invalidation right there. All right. So we got this push that broke structure on this side, So I expect the market to drop down to this level. So it has given us the first leg. So still, I'm still of the opinion that market is going to drop down to probably this order block right here at the bottom. All right, we have a very clean order block right here at the bottom. That's for film, and I would be watching out for entry at this level. That's on my 2 hour time frame. All right, I'll be looking out for entry at this level, and I would want to target probably at the tick of this high that was created. Okay, we have a high that was here, that's here. So I would want to check out for a tick of that high somewhere around that region. All right. So for now, this is what I have for my altcoin. I actually added a lot of spot back since last month. All right. So I'm just careful with my spot trading. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
hear you, but what screen are you sharing? Because it's still in the Bitcoin one.
Oh my. I'm actually sharing few already. Okay, let me probably stop and restart that again. I don't know, probably my network broke. So let me do. I think the VP network literally broke. Can you guys see now? I'm actually sharing from Phil, right?
I'm just waiting.
Yeah, now it's good.
All right. So I just finished explaining how the market had actually tapped into this level. Okay, let me go back to the daily time frame and just repeat myself. I said we have this structure, from the last month. All right. It spiked up into this demand level right here. All right. Now we had bigger demand right here, so we cut to entry, like I said. So we have on the daily time frame. If you zoom in, we have an imbalance on the daily time frame, like form of like being bar, right? Now this is the imbalance that's currently filling up. Okay. Now if you go here on the 2 hour, it's more obvious. Okay. Yeah, on the 2 hours, look at the spike right here to the upside. Okay. Now it acts to fill. Now for filling it, that's why we had this first leg drop down to this level. And right now we have another block here that's almost tested already. So for me, I would want markets to probably tap into this other block to activate my buy setup somewhere around 2.49 to thereabouts. All right. Then, like I said, my target for intraday trading, all right, would be at the tick of this high. All right. I would want to see the tick of this high before considering further options. But for now, we are still at the retest of the break of Bitcoin. Okay. Let me flip back to Bitcoin. Like I said, I'm expecting market to retest the break of this channel, right? And that is all I have for this week. And like I said on my spot bag, we just added I think a month plus now. All right. So I'm just literally focused on trading BTC, Ethereum, and Fail for now. All right. I think that's all from my end today, guys.
Thank you, Joseph, sharing to us. And I think Joseph's sharing kind of a little bit related to our questions today. So I think we can dive into the next part. And in this part, we could discuss this week's market trends and also the important data. So the first question actually is about Bitcoin and the narratives. So although Bitcoin has hit new highs, the crypto market still seems to like a strong narrative or catalyst that can drive a bull run across the whole market. So what do you guys think could spark the next broad market rally, such as RWA, DeFi, or something else? So what narratives do you really think will be good in this bull run? Dylan, what do you think?
Can you just repeat that quickly? Just a little bit, repeat it. Sorry.
Yeah. So what do you think could spark the next broad market rally, such as RWA, DeFi, or something else? Like a really good narrative, I think.
Okay, that's a good question. I think for that to happen, we do need to see like money flow into those types of assets. But I think what Boris was saying earlier, everyone's eyes are on Ethereum. I don't want to carry on speaking about Ethereum, but that is kind of what I mean. If you just look at the charts, Ethereum compared to most other coins, is showing a lot more upside potential. So I think what needs to happen first is we get that pump for ETH, and then when people start taking profits on their positions on ETH, they will start rotating their funds into like altcoins, like different sectors. So yeah, I mean right now I'm not too sure which like narrative is going to do well right now, but I mean for me personally, I'm only really focused on like AI and RWA in terms of like spots. So like once ETH does have that move, I would focus on like those types of narratives. But just also keep in mind that there is the coins like Uniswap and stuff like that. Those coins will run as hard, well not as hard, but like they'll run more so than correlated, and they are part of the ETH ecosystem. So yeah, I think we just need to wait for that push for ETH, and then once we start seeing money rotating out of ETH into altcoins, we'll probably see like the RWA and AI, I think first. But yeah, I mean it's hard to say which one's going to run because yeah, we haven't really had much of that yet. So
Yeah, that's right.
So sorry, I wanted to add something to what Dylan has said because it's very interesting because it was what I was looking into literally through last week down to this week. Now, the beautiful part is, sincerely, here I want to say something that now it looks like at the moment it looks like the market is lacking narrative. All right. Now, for those of us that have been going through the market for a long time, you understand that a lot of narrative that come sometimes play like a sublunary roles before they become very loud in the market, and that is when major institutional traders position rightly in the market. Now, if you see what is happening right now, market looks like it doesn't have a narrative, or there's no anything like a real world asset that is pioneering the bull run. Okay, but I am suspecting anyway. It's actually my prediction that still AI tokens and AI assets are going to be the pioneer for this bull run, because I'm already seeing some good portfolio of AI supporters, getting some portfolio in. And I love the fact that Dylan places emphasis on Ethereum. Yes, because obviously Ethereum carries weightier projects regarding the AIs, and even Solana itself and Stu itself, they've got some great projects regarding that. Now, I am of the opinion that the narrative that is going to push this bull run is AI related, even though as of now, it looks that the efficiency is not so much strong in the market. But I am saying that it is already pulling in gradually. It is already pulling in gradually. And all thanks to the institutional guys that are already putting in funds into some assets that are obvious that they are going to hold strongly for the bull run. So I'm of the opinion that still, if you are not having a good position regarding the AI asset and token, you should probably look into them. That's for the altcoins, all right? And still, I'm still big on Ethereum in this bull run, and I'm sure it's going to be great, all right? So beyond just the real world assets, sure DeFi might play a role, but I'm not seeing DeFi doing so much like real world asset or probably other narratives in this time around. So probably that's just my opinion regarding that.
Thank you very much, Joseph. Thank you for answering this question. Yes, I totally agree with you. I think AI narrative or AI related AI token or assets will be shining in the next bull run. And you mentioned about Solana, and we can see Solana. It seems like today Solana just break the new high recently, right? And really, because we talked about altcoin, and Dylan, also Joseph and Boris talked about what they think, or what they think the altcoin in the future. But what about the what about the Solana? So Dina, what do you think about the Solana?
Oh, yeah. I'm actually, yeah. Can I share my screen quickly? Because I'm actually bearish on Solana. Let me share my screen. Here we go.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so this is the Solana to Bitcoin. I mean, sorry, Solana to Ethereum chart, and basically, I mean, this wedge is a bit off with the lines, but essentially, Solana versus Ethereum is losing a massive support level, right? So this is another indication why I think Solana is pretty much going to be dead this bull run. Personally, like I don't know, but I actually like sold most of like my Solana like I think like a week ago, and I rotated into Ethereum just based on this chart because honestly, like looking at this compared to Ethereum, we all know that ETH looks like it wants to break that high, and with Solana coming down, I mean, compared to Ethereum, it's looking really weak for Sol. So honestly, I think that Sol is pretty much done. I don't think it's going to come back, and I'll have a look at the Solana chart quickly. I mean, I don't think it's like completely dead, but I mean, just looking at that chart, I mean, look right now for Sol. Let's have a look here. Yeah, you can see over here, we actually like, I mean, we broke this low over here, right? So this is like your change of character. If you're looking at like from like ICT's perspective, but yeah, this could be that retracement for another leg all the way down here. So honestly, like for me, Solana, even on the weekly time frame, looks bearish because we couldn't even break past these highs over here. Yeah, and I don't know what your guys' thoughts are on Solana, but I mean, this price action to me doesn't. This is potentially gonna come down. So yeah, let's see what happens.
Yeah, that's pretty makes sense.
I used to I $12, and like I've been bullish on Sol for like so long, but just looking at Solana versus Ethereum, I just don't like how it looks. So I mean, it's a personal choice, but yeah, I think Solana is not going to do that great.
Yeah, I remember you really looks great on Solana, real long time. So to be honest, today I hear you think you long in Ethereum. I am kind of surprised, and as a holder of Ethereum, that's a really good news to hear. Thank you, Dylan. And we have another question. So this question is, with interest rates still high, right? Is the expectation of rate cuts now like cuts a lot of opportunities in risk assets, and will crypto be among the beneficiaries, and what could joins market performance looks like? So what do you think about this question, Boris?
Yeah, I think in general, like low interest rate environment it's going to favor risk on assets like crypto and like stocks. So I think if the Fed does decide to lower interest rates by a good amount, it'll be favorable for crypto. I don't know how to predict what the Federal Reserve is going to do and what other central banks are going to do with their interest rates. So it's kind of a tough question to answer. But I think in general, low interest rate environment is going to be bullish for crypto, to make it short and sweet.
Thank you, Boris. Answer. And Priya, what do you think?
Okay, so
Hello.
can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Oh, so yes, so when investors expect interest rates to be cut, they become more interested in some riskier assets, open for easier financial conditions. So since cryptocurrency is at a high risk assets, it tends to benefit, especially if rate cuts become more certain and economic uncertainty fades. So this month, June might bring more market volatility before the key central bank decisions. But if the inflation data improves, sentiment could turn bullish currently as the market says, and the crypto performance will depend on liquidity, the ES demand and trends like the RWA. So I think that's the best way I can.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. Thanks, Carol. And we have our last question. Taken as a whole, what major signals did Bitcoin 2025 send about the legitimacy, regulation, institutional adoption, and geopolitical weaponization of crypto assets? And how might the market evolve from here? Is it already too late to enter the crypto space now? So, what do you think, Joseph?
All right, can you take that question again? It kind of misses a little bit. Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah. The question was basically like, is it too late for retail to get into crypto now?
The question is it too late to enter the crypto now?
Okay. Now I think previous couple of spaces we were able to talk about this, right? Now I think at this point, coming into crypto as a retail trader now, it's literally not so good. That's the truth. All right. So because basically the past 3, 4, probably even 5 months last year, yeah, we had the opportune time to step into the crypto market. All right. Now coming in at this place just like coming into the middle of the ocean, and it's either you get drowned or you survive it. So it depends. But now my counsel is this year. We still have some good assets that are performing so bad, all right? That are performing so bad and no major token, all right? So what you would do is probably, like I always said, you find a way to DCA into some of these assets so that you are not caught unaware and you don't miss out entirely, all right? So the market is literally experiencing like kind of economic squeeze and shock at the moment. So I would say that you should not just dive deep inside the market so that you don't get squeezed out. All right. So just find a way. If you probably understand portfolio management, you will make do with that now. All right. And I think it's Dylan that talked about so bearish on Solana, right? Yeah, I'm also bearish on Solana, and based on my analysis, I'm expecting Solana to drop probably as low as 115. Yes. So it's because it's actually broke structure and retested. So I'm expecting it to drop to 115, 110, thereabout. So if you are not in a rush, you will just want to hold on and see some of these assets perform their probably retracement, because I'm of the opinion that if BTC retests that channel, their tendencies is going to drop like really, really fast. It depends on how the retracement is. If the retracement is actually a very fast retracement, like from what I'm seeing, it's supposed to be, all right, I'm expecting BTC to also drop. Yes, to also drop like very, very rapidly. But if it continue and break back into the channel, probably the tendency of the market continuation is there. So as a retail trader at this moment, you just need to play smart. You need to play smart because it's almost averagely late for you. But if you understand portfolio management, you are still at a very good prompt to use the market, right? I think that's that from my end.
Yeah, that's right. Really makes sense. Thank you very much.
Okay.
And
Can I quickly say some?
Pearl, are you
Can you hear
talking?
me, please? Yeah. So
Okay,
answering to your question, I think it's not too late to join the crypto space. I would definitely say it might not be too early or you might not be early joining, but it's definitely from the beginning experiment, and it shows that cryptocurrency has been taken seriously everywhere. Mm, if not everywhere, at least 80% shows that cryptocurrency has been taken seriously. So big institutions, are jumping in through ETFs, sorry. And at the same time, some countries are looking at crypto as both a tool and a threat, using it as a geopolitical strategy. So I would not say it is too late, and I would not say as a beginner you're early, but it's definitely not too late to join into the crypto space. So
Okay, thanks very much. Thanks, Pearl's answer to us. And I think all the three questions we prepared are answered really comprehensive. Thanks again, and thank you all for joining us today. Dylan, Boris, Joseph, Pearl, and Priya. And today's live stream I think it's very important for our audiences, especially under this market. And please be sure to keep an eye on CoinW and also our esteemed guests. You can follow their Twitter account. They will continue to share valuable insights on the world of crypto. And overall, I'd like to thank you everyone again for joining this discussion today. Take care and see you next time. Bye-bye, guys. Bye. Bye-bye.
all right, bye. Yeah.